y'all. Come on in. You're here on a great day.
Our soap today was a gift from Pasteur Pharmacy.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack. A cool group of folks hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, Marcus has been walking you through the blades we've got in our den.
Yeah, y'all, today is the Rex Emporium blades. These are amazing, sharp, smooth, double-wrapped little glue on the inside, for those who are keeping track of such things. These handle magnificently in all of my razors, and I get fantastic shaves with very, very few weepers, which is surprising at first, considering how sharp they are, but I figured some stuff out when using these. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Colabora, which is the new collaboration with HC&C and Pasteur Pharmacy.
Oh, I'm excited. Y'all, let's meet it. All right, y'all, from the sales page at PasteurPharmacy.com.
Meet Colabora, a special edition grooming collection brought to life by you, our amazing shaving community. The name Colabora comes from the Spanish word for collaboration, and that's exactly what this project is all about. We asked, you answered, and together with our incredible partner HC&C, we created a shaving soap, aftershave, and EDP that truly reflects what you want.
This isn't just another product. It's a collaborative masterpiece. From the luxurious lather of the shave soap to the refreshing aftershave and the bold, long-lasting EDP, every detail was shaped by the feedback we received from our social media polls.
And let's talk about that stunning artwork. The super talented Racking NYC absolutely nailed it, bringing the Colabora vision to life with a design as unique as the scent itself. The artwork even contains many of the names of those who responded to our poll.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you collaborate? Find your name in the artwork. If you participated in our poll, you might just see your name featured in the Colabora design. It's our way of thanking you for being a part of this journey. The scent for Colabora was selected based on your votes and feedback from our poll. After gathering all the responses, it is what you wanted. And we delivered. Inspired by Parfums de Marly Layton, this scent is a perfect balance of freshness, florals, and warmth.
We are so excited Pasteur sent this out to us, and boy, do we love Layton around here.
Uncle Jumbo, Arlen, y'all, it is a favorite in this barbershop, so I'm excited to discover what Pete Hendricks did with this one. Let's open the box. And let's see, you open that one, and I'll open this one. I'm excited to see the label in person. It was like a rainbow thing. It's a little bit of a shiny label on the soap. That's cool. Beautiful. And there's Louis Pasteur right there, as mentioned in the Blazing Saddles script.
Yeah. Was it Pasteur Vision? That was their last collaboration that we opened?
That was so good. I sent Josue our extra splash. What a phenomenal scent that was. So I am so excited to have our first impression of this collaboration. Christmas over NYC. Right. What a beautiful scent that was last Christmas. All right, here we go. I am taking this one in. Oh, lovely pour. Look at that. Going on right there. And here we go. Some latent goodness. All right. L'chaim. Oh. Yeah? Y'all. Now, we do have a little latent experience around here, but the nooks and crannies from homage to homage are going to be very different. This is a cooler version of it. And I love that they said warmth, because they're using the warmth to find the cool, even to the point of it getting a granite sense to it or a brick sense to it. In this formulation, it even goes a little deeper, I think, than the latents that I have smelled before. Oh, this is lovely, Mr. Hendricks. Hold on a second. Oh, and you know, where those scent notes are swirling together, where the base notes are meeting the mids, are meeting the highs, there's a little bit more of a do-si-do going on between each part of the scent notes. Oh, sweeter, smoother. Oh. So sometimes there are little tiny pokies that might jump up, but this isn't. My brain is showing me a smooth surface of the water where there's no wind. And the spices are gorgeous and clean in the way they are in a spicy bubblegum and just as alluring. Ooh, now let's go into the mids for a second because there are some little fruity notes I think they're hiding in here.
Intriguing.
Not so much apple as candy. Apple as sort of a caramely apple going on in the middle. Absolutely beautiful. And generally, in the other homages that we have experienced, the lows move up rather early in the whiff and sort of take charge and organize the others. But that's not what's happening here. These bass notes are being given freedom. And where there's normally something in the bass notes that jumps up to become sort of a spine, and it's a little bit of a squinchy note, so the others can sort of hang their personalities on it, it is not anywhere near as squinchy here. It is way more alluring. It is way more a part of the other sweet, spicy notes going on. And y'all, Leighton for me is always the pinnacle of crowd pleasing because it's a bit of a mellow voice, but it's a beautiful, deep one. Think Mel Torme. They called that singer the Velvet Fog. How would you love to have a nickname like that as a singer? And while it's equally beautiful, mellow, and crowd pleasing here, it's not the bass notes that have gotten a little bit louder.
Oh.
It's the tops. It's the highs. It's the sopranos in this choir that are demanding the spotlight. And I want you to take this in. Y'all, I was a little scared when we shot this episode. We just shot a Leighton homage. What's this going to be like? Y'all, it is exactly like starting over, like hearing a great cover of a song that you already love. You get to dive down into what they've done with it. And they've done some different stuff with it here, y'all. All right,
I like knowing that even it was kind of chosen by the community there at Pasteur too, because that just adds to it, you know?
Yeah, love it.
Okay, let's see what they've got going on. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right?
It's interesting because, yes, we have 2 homages in our den so far, but this has different aspects. So, you know, I don't know if I had to pick the part that sticks out the most to me. I want to say at first I was hit with more the spices, like the mids start off my whiff.
Yeah.
Then it got brighter, like you said, but throughout. So if I had to put an image, I'd go like mid notes, kind of more the spices.
Right.
Then it got brighter. I can't tell if that was more the citrus or florals or something on top. Right. But the base stays throughout underneath the whiff. Yeah. It's not making it dark. It's just making those other 2 kind of dance on top somehow. It's funny. I think that when I've smelled this before, I got more of like a blue image. This is more like a fun, like mid-green kind of scent.
Oh.
I don't know why.
You know, before I got like a brown, sugary, beigey tan color, but that's not what I'm getting here either. Hold on a second. No, this is more of like a dusty rose.
Okay, yeah.
Think Casa Bonita. Totally different. Once you dive down into the surface, it's like the surface of the pool looks the same. The surface of the pool says Leighton. Right. But once you jump in, it's a different kind of water.
You can tell right away it's in a cologne homage. Right. But I don't know if my brain immediately would have jumped at Leighton.
Right. Even though you know it.
It's familiar.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would have picked that right away, which I think is cool because that shows the different sides that are coming through, at least off the puck here.
Right.
That mid-spicy part really has more of a voice.
And Leighton for me generally feels like I'm sitting in the balcony of the symphony hall watching something on stage, but this brings me down into the orchestra section. I'm a lot closer to the music with this homage somehow.
I'm trying to decide what the intensity is because it moves. It's not one that stays.
Right.
Like,
and Leighton is not meant to be a loud singer. So where would you put it? That's a good question.
I keep going back and forth. I want to say like a 2.5, maybe 3.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's kind of right in the middle, but it bounces to a lighter side and comes back.
And see, I think for me, the top and the very bottom are louder than the middle, which is what's really cool about this. But you sense them all in exactly the right way. There's a reason, to continue on with the symphony analogy, that they put the brass in back because they're louder back there with the drums and the timpani, because by the time they get to you, it's a better balance. And I can really kind of feel that happening here.
I get more that spicy, like saffron-y something in the middle. Is that what this is?
From BR Rouge, y'all. Absolutely a tiny bit of a saffron in here. And you know what? As long as we're going to start finding individual scent notes, why don't we dive down and see what they've got on the sales page? All right, right, y'all, from the sales page at PasteurPharmacy.com.
Whoa, okay, I forgot all these. We have apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. That's what's keeping it from getting too bright.
And those are the two pairs, I think, because think apple, lavender. Think like a beautiful Candyland barbershop going on at the top of this. And then that meets with the bergamot and mandarin orange. The two citruses are kind of clicking together for me. And then what do you get in the mids?
Okay, so this is where I was thinking was the tops. Right. Interesting. Geranium, violet, and jasmine. Because my brain wasn't going as gourmandy. I know the tops are a little more as different fruits and stuff.
Right.
But my brain was interpreting those as more of a floral.
And that's brilliant, because that's the distance that I was sensing in the symphony hall. Think about these notes, y'all. Jasmine, a beautiful white tiny little flower, but like a piccolo. The smaller the instrument, the louder the throw. And then violet and geranium. Very strong florals, but I think the magic is that those instruments have been put in back. That's why they've been made mid notes and not top notes. The other players are sitting in front, and you're getting all of that music in a much different balance. Usually it's the jasmine that meets you at the door, and here it's almost hidden underneath everything. And then these bass notes. This is where I'm getting the creaminess. Look at this.
Vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, guaiac wood. I think I'm getting more of that one. And patchouli. So there isn't a saffron thing, but there's spices happening.
Well, and
here.
I know why you said that, because I think the sandalwood mixing with the cardamom is giving a fabulous saffron sense to this. But what I love, have we had a sandalwood vanilla before?
If we have, it hasn't been done like this. It's different here.
It's the creaminess in both that are like meeting at the very bottom. And then, like you said, that guaiac wood, I think, is that spine that I was thinking about earlier. Woody, spicy, almost a teak sense to it.
Right.
Patchouli. Oh, is Gus here? Our squirrel is here. Here's a fun game. If you had to smell a scent note in this that was not on there, like saffron, what else might you get? I get a tiny bit of a cinnamon, kind of hiding under the surface a little bit. And I think it's how the other notes are coming together.
Yeah, there's still something in that like burgundy kind of color that my brain is stuck on. I don't know if it's being created or what's interacting to create that, but I would for sure list more spices. And there are not as many here as I was expecting.
I'm surprised there's not more resins in Leighton. I'm surprised there's not hints of Sangre de Drago or things at the very base, like things like that.
I think we might need to lather this up to see how this all interacts.
Hey, sometimes there are new hidden characters that make themselves known when we lather. Oh, there's a little bit of a bite back to our bougie sticks on that. And y'all, the very beginning of our journey, Pete Hendricks sent us out this shaving bowl. We call it our no-nonsense shave bowl. And actually, he didn't send us out this one. I ended up loving that one so much, I bought this one the next day. 22 gauge stainless steel, and boy, does this build an incredible lather. Sometimes when Douglas Lane sends me a new base to review, he'll say, oh, use your HC&C bowl. This is known as the vertical lather. We're gonna wet the soap so the brush has some moisture, but we're not gonna drive that point home. And this is my sea glass brush from Paul Trotter and my T1 Manchurian knot. I love this thing. We're going to go forwards with that soap. We're going to go backwards. Now, I have moistened the bristles of this brush just a little, but I shook them as dry as I could afterwards. And then push down, get a little backbone going on. This brush is so dense, I have sometimes splay issues with this. And then turn the brush 25% in your hands. It's going to give those bristles a new orientation to sop up that lather. And look at this, y'all. Even though I used a little bit more soap than Mr. Hendricks would probably suggest, it is already hiding among the trees. Now, you either take that to the legs, take it to the face, or take it down and get the rest of that water that's been hiding at the bottom of that bowl. And y'all, look at what instantly starts to appear. And I'm getting hit with citrus like a Mack truck over here.
Okay, so they are in here.
Holy! And it's not even the candy kind. It's not the mandarin. This is the bergamot sausage going on. And just about the time you think that no more stirring is going to have any effect on the lather, it changes. And then the boys in the back room will tell you after 45 seconds, it changes again. Put a song on. And now it's actually functioning more like a dairy product in the bowl. This is what you want, folks. Oh, I know we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but are you seeing this? That is impressive. All right, y'all, and this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Does the A Train Go to Brooklyn With? On 3, 1, 2. Whoa! It does go to Brooklyn. Whoa! Those are way different.
Yeah, this got much brighter.
Way!
Right?
Like, this is literally night and day. This just became its own flanker.
So all the spice I was sure was in here isn't as much in there.
Well, there might be a little bit of an answer when we put this on our moneymaker. Let's see how it averages out, right? Okay. All right, so here we go, y'all. I have not shaved yet today, but I want you to see how this covers the face, because sometimes when we do watch our Merxerati, we'd like to see how that lather goes on, and that is beautiful. I'm going to double dip just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like it got a little brighter.
Right?
Something else shifted from the woodsy side, too.
A little more candied, a little more of a gourmand, but with all of the full quality of the personality of the base notes still present. Oh, and I do know Mr. Hendricks is working on a new base. I am not sure if this is it, but this is functioning beautifully. Oh, and there's just more and more for your second and third pass. This is lovely. Well, y'all, I think there might be a few more corners of the city to discover when we take this down to the subway. And y'all, Pasteur has also sent us the splash to review. Thank you guys. I am so excited about this. And here's why.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, when I open a splash, my nose has to find the scent while competing with some of the skin foodie stuff. Witch hazel has a scent. There's just sometimes where I get a lot of things in the splash. But I do enjoy the splashes from HC&C because it's the oil and the alcohol, and that's it is a traditional cologne, and that's kind of cool for us because if I just want to dive down into the scent, it's waiting there for me. Oh, you go first. I am not feeling very selfish today.
Take a little shaky there.
All right, here we
Try
go.
Not to spill on the dog. Okay.
Nastarovia.
You can almost feel, it has a different kind of texture too. That little kind of.
Oh, there's such a creaminess to
That's a good word.
Layton's scent, like unmatched in the EDP world. This is beautiful.
And a lot of the times when we do an homage to a cologne or perfume, the way that they're blended, it's hard to pick out scent notes. And I think that's what we're experiencing here, even more in the splash for me.
And I love how this scent has been built because when I smell the dry down, it's like a Tetris board. When you first put this on, your nose might be a little bit like, where is it? Where's the scent? Needs a little oxygen, needs a little love, needs a little warmth, needs a little air. And all of a sudden, you're going to see those scent notes coming together like a Tetris board around you. And some of them are going to appear first, some will appear last. But after 4 or 5 minutes, for me, I know some like to go longer, that's where I step back and go, oh, now I see what's happening here.
I'm almost getting like a different type of a vanilla.
Right. Yes, me too.
Kind of see, like, at least here.
A non-gourmandy vanilla. Is that possible?
I almost like the texture of like a suede or a velvet or something,
That's
but
so
vanilla.
Weird you said that. I was going to say like vanilla mixed with new car. Like somehow that's what I was getting. Here. But that's it. Not a gourmandy vanilla, but a different kind of creamy one. I think that's kind of where it's getting the creaminess.
And I'm not getting as much of the citruses here as much as I did in the soap. It's kind of changed.
Which is different because normally citrus is going to burst out at you way more in the splash. Soap doesn't hold citrus as easy, but that's not what's happening here either.
No, but I think this is a type of scent that you could have either in the morning, you could have throughout the day. If you do an afternoon shave, it would be great for an evening, like right before bed kind of shave. Like there's something calming in here.
Wow. And y'all, it's gotten to the point around here in the barbershop where I can appreciate a more nuanced dupe oil. And I know that Mr. Hendricks put some effort into finding exactly the right dupe oils, even if they're more expensive, to have the right nooks and crannies from the original that he's looking for. And I appreciate that because I can find them here.
Well, and it's interesting because the other two homages that we have that are close to this, I would say one is brighter and more like sunshiny, if that makes sense. And the other one has more of the citrusy side that come through. So this is like right in the middle of the other two that we have. So depending on what brought you to Layton in the first place, it is cool to have different artisans and newer ones coming out that keep bringing those scents back.
And what I love about this one, this is a boardroom scent. Absolutely. This is a law firm scent. Absolutely. This is for the distinguished gentleman with an asterisk on that. Because this gentleman also loads up his SUV and goes camping on the weekends.
I was looking at the label too, and there's some of the names that you can kind of pick out. So it's very cool. I know that they mentioned it, but you really can. Yeah,
is there
get those
anybody we know in here?
Yeah, I see Jason NYC.
Oh, Jason NYC.
And there's some other friends too. Like you can really see that they're all kind of written in there.
And Carlitos is one of the eyebrows.
What happens when he shaves? Does all the names fall off?
Pretty sure my name's tattooed on his ass.
But it is super fun to know that everyone that voted, like they really were included, and when you buy it, your name is on it.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be staying at the Sheraton Times Square and be hoping to visit the Empire State Building. Well, you're going to exit the subway looking up expecting to see one of the most iconic skyscrapers in all the world, but instead you're going to be met by Pasteur Pharmacy and have a much better day. You're going to get your own. So head over to PasteurShaving.com where you'll find this and a ton of other stuff I want. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Colabora. And the cool thing is we've talked to at least 3 of these guys since we have shot this episode. What a cool way to bring the community together. A beautiful homage to Leighton, heavy on the citrus, which is what the original might have needed a little more of in the first place. And y'all, the base is lovely. I had a fantastic shave. Thank you, Pasteur Pharmacy, for sending out this set. We really appreciate it. Welcome to Messages.
For our March giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get a $25 gift card to McDuff Soap Company.
Yeah, y'all, it's in Canadian dollars. And all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to WeSent at thebarbershopduet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways. And then check back here on our first April episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
Well, Mr. Hendricks, we are loving this one. You have done an amazing job on this soap.
And thank you, Leandro from Pasteur, for sending it our way, for thinking of us. That's so sweet. Every time we see it in the den, we'll be able to think of you.
And I am thrilled to have this homage because they are so different. That is the one thing I'm discovering about this world. You have 6 green Irish tweeds? Yeah, I do, because each one is so different. It's almost like each one's for a different kind of weather or a different kind of mood.
I would completely agree. And I gotta say, I love all the detail in this label. I think that's a super, super cool thought.
And making it so integrated with the community from its inception to its delivery is awesome. I hope there are more community collaborative soaps to come.
I agree. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.